Headlines for this week include a visiting Latin American pianist, a harvest luncheon, and how to keep our squirrels healthy. Stay tuned. WMCM's Weekend Review is next.
Hello, and thanks for watching WMCM's Weekend Review. I'm Katie Trakel.
And I'm Nate Weggy-Hout. A visiting Latin American pianist will be on the UWL campus this week following a number of performances as part of an ongoing series on visiting artists of color. Alfredo Isaac Aguilar was born in Mexico City, Mexico. He is a piano professor at the National Conservatory of Music in Mexico City and has performed worldwide. He has already given 2 performances on campus, one on his solo works on Tuesday, as well as a piano masterclass earlier today. Tomorrow's program will feature both Aguilar and UW faculty member Jonathan Borja and a duo recital of works for flute and piano by Latin American composers. The recital will take place tomorrow, October 19th, at 7:30 p.m. in a net recital hall in the Center for the Arts. Admission for this event is free, so come out and make sure you enjoy some music.
Do you have your candy and costume set but are still looking for a spooky Halloween lunch? Look no further but our very own campus for the Harvest Luncheon held in the Bluffs Rooms in the Student Union. Food will be served from 11:15 to 12:45 on Wednesday, October 31st. Tickets went on sale this past Monday, the 15th, in the Information Center in the Student Union. Don't wait too long, as the final date to purchase tickets is next Friday, October 26th, and people are just dying to get in. Tickets are $8.75 each, and the menu has not quite been released yet, but don't let that scare you away, as it's sure to be a good meal. More details and a link to the full menu are soon to come.
UW lacrosse students contemplating going into the health profession will soon have a new resource to turn to. The new Pre-Health Resource Center had its grand opening yesterday with a healthcare seminar prep. The new center, located in 1140 Centennial, helps provide students with an opportunity to learn about graduate school applications, academic options and their pre-health options, and offers networking options with various local and regional healthcare organizations. The event yesterday helped students explore career options, expand their professional networks, develop alternative plans, and get help navigating the intense world of the application process. The new health center is free and open to all students. Have you noticed anything new on campus this semester? Prairie Springs, the new science building, just opened up this fall. We sent a WMCM crew to check it out.
Science Center. The 200,000 square foot building offers 23 research labs, 36 instructional labs, and even little nook study spaces. Located between the Student Union and Cowley, Prairie Springs Science Center is the product of 2 years of construction and planning. The building also cost a whopping $82 million. The building design may appear unfinished with many mechanical systems exposed, but every aspect of this design is intentional. The design is an open structure that lets people see how the system works within the building. The Prairie Springs building offers everything Cowley has to offer, but more. Labs feature state-of-the-art fume hoods, ventilation pipes, as well as a giant vault that can store nuclear material. The university has already passed the Phase 2 of the project that will include demolishing the Cowley Science Building to make way for a building that will include a greenhouse, faculty offices, and more instructional classrooms. The university plans to add another $126 million worth of projects through the year 2020. This has been WMCM. Now back to you.
Now here's Cami Diaz to talk about events and squirrels on campus.
Thanks, Katie. Most of you that are Greta Van Fleet fans already know that their debut album comes out tomorrow. But did you know that you can go to the campus planetarium and listen to the whole album while they put on a light show? The event is called Album Encounters, and this month's album is Anthem of the Peaceful Army. It starts at 8 p.m. in the basement of Cowley Hall, and tickets are $5 at the door. Now on to a completely unrelated topic, but one that I care about a lot, squirrels. This is my personal PSA to everyone, asking you to please keep the campus a clean and safe environment for the squirrels that live here. There are trash cans all around campus, so please do your part and throw away your trash. Also, the squirrels are cute, I know, but please refrain from touching them, and under no circumstances should you pick one up and throw one. Let's try to be a friend to all squirrels. So anyway, back to events on campus. The movie that is showing at this week's Free Movie Friday is BlacKkKlansman. The movie stars John David Washington and Adam Driver. It is based on a true story and is about an African-American detective that decides to infiltrate and expose the KKK. It was produced by the award-winning team that brought us Get Out. The movie is playing in the theater at the U and is showing tomorrow at 7 p.m. and then again at 9:30 p.m. Now, back to you, Katie.
Did you miss the Laramie Project last weekend? Well, you're in luck. The play is being performed again this upcoming weekend, beginning tonight, October 18th, and running through Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. You can also catch a final matinee showing Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. This show is about a 21-year-old who was beaten and ended up passing away due to a hate crime about his sexual orientation. This real-life event that occurred in Laramie, Wyoming in October of 1998 influenced the creation of this play. It's known to be one of the most captivating pieces of contemporary theater, as the play shocks, challenges, and moves all who watch it. It's said to reveal the lowest depths of hatred and the greatest heights of compassion. The performances take place in the Tolan Theater in the Center for the Arts, right here on campus. Tickets are available for purchase at the box office an hour before each show. Tickets cost $18 for adults, $16 for seniors and non-UWL students, and $6 for UWL students. Don't miss your chance to see this incredible story come to life. Crescent Animal Rescue has many pets in need of loving homes. Here's some of the animals available in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Hi, my name's Marmalade. I'm 1.5 years old. Or if you want, you can call me Chirps, because I like to chirp when I play. I'm super friendly, so please adopt me.
My name is Zen, also known as the Gentle Giant, because I love to cuddle. I'm not always the most energetic, but put a feather in front of me and watch me go.
Hello, my name is Bear. I've been here 1 year, and I love people and trying to catch this feather.
To find out more about adoption, contact Crescent Animal Rescue at 507-895-2066.
Once again, the number for Crescent Animal Rescue is 507-895-2066. The English department will be hosting their William J. and Yvonne Hyde Colloquium Series tomorrow afternoon at 104 Wimberley Hall. This event will look into the documentary The Target Shoots First, which covers the selling and selling out for the Columbia House Record Club during the mid-1990s. The film offers a uniquely candid view into how writing forms and structures professional organizations and identities. The film also offers a look at how digital technologies began to change how people work together. The colloquium looks to help teach students how to bridge the gap between workplace and academic discourse. The event will run from 2:30 until 3:30 p.m. Friday afternoon. The Public Speaking Center is one of the many resources for students at UWL, yet not many students know it exists. This week, we sent out a WMCM crew to learn more.
The Public Speaking Center is one of the more unknown resources on the UWL campus.
My name is Emily. I am a senior majoring in communication studies here at UWL.
We sat down with Emily to find out what peer consultants do on a day-to-day basis.
I am a peer consultant, so that means students can make appointments or drop in and with questions about anything with public speaking, whether it's like picking a topic, making outlines, or practicing it, research and everything. Also, public speaking anxiety is a big one because a lot of people don't love public speaking.
We discovered that the Public Speaking Center has a wide range of hours for students to attend.
We are generally open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday through Thursday, and then Friday mornings we're open from 9 to 11 or noon, and Sundays from 2 to 8.
Even though they do take walk-ins, scheduling an appointment is recommended, and Emily says it's as simple as following a few directions.
You can find out when we're exactly available and get yourself an appointment by typing in Public Speaking Center on the UWL website and clicking the button that says book an appointment now in all caps, and it'll take you through it.
We also asked Emily what's her #1 piece of advice for students who are preparing to give speeches.
My biggest piece of advice is that if you're nervous having to give the speech in front of about 20 other students that you don't know very well, my biggest advice is that you are not alone. Everyone else in the room is in the same shoes as you.
For WMCM's Week in Review, this is Nate Myhock, Grant Bills, and Ryan Giannoni.
Looking to get involved in our local politics? Candidates for the 2 open La Crosse area assembly seats will all be going head-to-head in the debates held at UWL. The debates will take place next week, Tuesday, October 23rd, in the Great Hall in the Cleary Alumni and Friends Center. The 94th Assembly will debate at 6:30 and the 96th at 7:30. Each face-off is 1 Republican versus 1 Democrat. Whether you take a side or are more in the middle, we want to remind viewers the importance of being aware of what's going on in our community. It's also beneficial to know who's representing your own views and your voice. Attend to hear various ideas and support our city. It's sure to be an exciting time. Each week, the WMCM crew goes out and talks to your fellow peers in a segment we call Campus Insight. This week, they ask students what they're going to be for Halloween.
This week on Campus Insight, we were curious to find out what people were thinking of being for Halloween this year. Take a look.
Hey Pat, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty excited for Halloween weekend.
Very excited for the festivities.
Absolutely. Gonna be, what are you thinking?
I think I'm gonna be a cowboy both nights.
Absolutely. Yeehaw. Halloween.
I'm gonna be a pumpkin this Halloween.
Awesome. Hey, so this spooky season, what are you gonna dress up as?
Ooh, that's a good question. Now, my roommates and I have actually discussed this, and I think I've decided on Cruella de Vil. I bought my white furry coat, and it's going to be spooky.
Ooh, evil. Probably going to go in my cow onesie.
Cow?
I'm going to dress up as our Supreme Court Justice Ruth B. Ginsburg.
I'm going to be Rapunzel from Tangled.
Myself and 4 of my friends are dressing in all maroon with gray wigs, and we're going to be Old Maroon 5, because everyone loves Old Maroon 5.
I'm going to be 3 Hole Punch Colin.
This has been Campus Insight with Katie Trakel and Jennifer Alt.
Look for the WMCM crew around campus for a chance to have your opinions heard on next week's Campus Insight. And now, here's Tori Eggleston with a review of the movie Heathers.
The 1989 cult classic Heathers is a dark comedy which stars Winona Ryder, Christian Slater, Shannon Doherty, and more. Set in your typical 1980s high school, Winona's character Veronica Sawyer is in a devastatingly popular clique that she hates, which people appropriately call the Heathers, since the 3 other girls in the clique are all named Heather. Veronica is stuck in a cycle until she meets JD, a mysterious bad boy who shakes things up in ways you'd never expect. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Heather McNamara, Heather Duke, Veronica Sawyer.
Why are you such a mega brat? Because I can be.
The most powerful clique at Westerberg.
God, Veronica, drool much?
Most people would die to get into it.
Heather #1 just looked right at me.
I'm worshipped at Westerberg, and I'm only a junior.
Veronica would kill to get out of it.
You were nothing before you met me. You were a Girl Scout cookie.
JD has come to answer her prayers.
I'm a no-rest build-up man myself.
We'll kill her.
He's got a way with women. A way with words.
Is this as good for you as it is for me?
Life and sound. And a very special way with a gun. Veronica can't live with him.
Now! I love my dead gay son.
And she can't live without him.
Does this turn out weak or what? I had at least 70 more people at my funeral.
What?
Their meeting was destiny.
That knife is filthy.
What do you think I'm gonna do with it? Take out her tonsils?
Their love has a body count.
Loved you. It's coming up here to kill you.
That's it. We're breaking up.
Young love.
Heathers, a killer comedy.
Heathers is one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. It's funny, the aesthetic of the entire movie is unmatched, it's one of the most quotable movies I've ever seen, and 2 words, Winona Ryder. This movie is perfect if you're in the mood to laugh but also be somewhat traumatized. Heathers is definitely not appropriate for children, so keep that in mind if you're going to have a family movie night. But if you're with your friends and want to be blown away by cringy 80s fashion, high school stereotypes, and a borderline unbelievable ending, Heathers is the movie for you. Stay tuned to WMCM. Jennifer Alt will be back with this weekend's weather. But first, here's a message from UWL Student Body President Ben O'Connell.
Welcome on into the UWL Presidential Address. I'm Ryan Giannoni alongside Student Body President Benjamin O'Connell. Ben, why don't you take it away?
Well, we've got a big week ahead of us. Currently, I am in the process of nominating a new student court justice. So get excited. They'll be nominated to the Senate next Wednesday, and after that, they'll hopefully be approved and become one of our 5 student court justices. In other news, I've received word on the pay-by-phone parking plan that will be implemented around campus. As of right now, it sounds like it won't be implemented until mid to late November. So there's still a chance that things could be done in regards to that. And aside from that, the big election is coming up on November 6th. So get excited, midterms. Vote, everyone.
Yeah, get out there and vote. Let's go. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? All right. Hey, that's good stuff. Benjamin O'Connell right here. You heard it, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hello, UWL. I'm Jennifer L. here to bring you this weekend's weather. Tonight, we got clear skies, 51 degrees, with a slight wind of 14 miles per hour to the south-southwest. Tomorrow, pull out your umbrellas because it's going to start raining, but it will be a little bit warmer with 62 degrees and a slight wind of 15 miles per hour. Moving into Saturday, with 44 degrees, still some more showers, so keep those umbrellas out. And there's going to be a little bit of gusty wind with 25 miles per hour. On to Sunday, back to sunny. Put those umbrellas away. It's going to be 50 degrees with a 13 miles per hour wind. And now here's Mark Carsons with this week's interview.
Thanks, Jennifer. It's a pleasure to have Hunter Baumgart here join us today to talk about RAQ Radio.
Yeah, pleasure to be here, Mark.
Oh, thank you for being here. So Hunter, the first thing I was going to ask you is tell us a little bit about RAQ and kind of what the club goals are, kind of what the whole motto is of RAQ Radio.
Well, RAQ Radio is this UWL student-run radio station. So it's by the students for the students. Really trying to get students involved who are interested in radio and trying to get them some on-air experience during college. And it's a simple studio, so it's really easy for all the students to come and really just do whatever they want with their show, be creative, and really learn about radio kind of hands-on, because they can, we can teach you the board very quickly, and then it's just a matter of just getting on-air experience, and that's the most, the best thing the club can do is get you on-air experience.
So I was going to ask you, how can a student on campus become involved with RAQ Radio?
Yeah, I think the best way to get involved would be to contact me or the co-general manager, Grant, and or simply email our RAQ account, which is just raqgm@uwlax.edu. And so by doing that, we can set you up, and literally within a week we can get you on the air, because it's not like you have to have prior on-air experience in order to get on RAQ Radio. Simply, you can just email us and we'll put you on. As long as you behave on air, then you're fine.
I was going to ask you too, what are some important things to keep in mind for a show kind of running as smoothly as possible?
I think proper training is good to make sure that, and obviously Grant and I try to do the best we can at training people, but it's mostly just making sure you know how to run things, because the worst part is getting in there and then you don't know what buttons to push or what mouses to click, or different things like that. How to start the stream, because we're an internet radio station, so you have to start the stream obviously every show. So it's more knowing exactly what to do, and then having a plan. I think planning a show out, I know for myself that's big for me, just making sure I know exactly which segments are going to come where. And just making sure I know exactly what's going to go on during the show. So then during the show, it's a matter of following your plan, whether it's music, whether it's talk, or a mix of both. You can just basically follow that plan throughout the show.
What would you say is the most memorable moment you've had with a show on REQ Radio?
With REQ Radio, I don't know if I can think of an exact one memorable moment, but I mean, I really enjoy going in and doing my show every week. I'd say my first show was really fun because I felt like, finally I had gotten to do kind of a sports talk show, something that I'd, grown up practicing, and then, starting to do. I really enjoyed that. Some of the guests as well that I've had, some people from sports stations in Milwaukee I've interviewed a couple times. In fact, tonight on my show I'm interviewing one of the guys who does the Brewers post-game show down in Milwaukee. He's calling in for an interview. So I think the moments where I can kind of share the stage or the airwaves, so to speak, with somebody like that, I think would be kind of my favorite moments as well.
And then where on campus should students go to kind of record their shows?
Yeah, so basically the RIQ studios are right in Wing Technology Center on UWL's campus on the second floor, and that's where the magic happens, so to speak. And so it's simple. Like I said, it's a simple board, and that's where people do their shows and broadcast from. And so it's a lot of fun.
All right. So the last thing I was going to ask you is, could you tell what would you tell a student who is unsure about joining RAQ Radio because they've never had experience before?
I'd say why not? Because in college it's all about getting experience and kind of thinking about what experience you're going to use going out into the field, especially if you're interested in doing radio as a profession. It's great experience because you could just get on-air experience every single week and learn how the board works and things like that. So when you go out in the real world in the broadcast field, you really know what to do.
All right. Well, it's great having you talk today on RAQ
Yeah, of course.
Radio.
Thanks so much for having me today.
Oh, thank you, Hunter. And now stay tuned. Dee will be right back with this week's sports. But first, let's take another look at these adorable animals in need of loving homes on this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
Hi, my name's Marmalade. I'm 1.5 years old. Or if you want, you can call me Chirps, because I like to chirp when I play. I'm super friendly, so please adopt me.
My name is Zen, also known as the Gentle Giant, because I love to cuddle. I'm not always the most energetic, but put a feather in front of me and watch me go.
Hello, my name is Bear. I've been here 1 year, and I love people and trying to catch this feather.
To find out more about adoption, contact the Crescent Animal Rescue at 507-895-2066.
Again, the phone number for the Crescent Lacrosse Animal Rescue is 507-895-2066. The UWL football team put a beat down on UW Stevens Point this weekend, 63-27. UWL was led by quarterback Ben Sherminski, who completed 18 passes for 283 yards and 4 touchdowns. Wide receiver Cole Spiker had a big day with 6 catches for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns, with his best catch being a one-handed 60-yard touchdown. He was followed by receiver Devontae Amos, who had 2 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, UWL was led by Rusty Murphy and Joey Balda, who each had 2.5 sacks and 7 tackles. They were followed by Nathan Clark, who had 6 tackles and 1 sack. UWL continues conference play with a big game against rival UW Oshkosh on Saturday. The UWL women's soccer team continued their dominating season with a win over UW Stout 4-0. The Eagles improved their record to 12-2 and won overall and was 5-0 in conference play. The Eagles are ranked 24th in the coach's top 25 poll and extended their winning streak to 11 in conference play, 6 shy of tying the school record of 16 wins. The Eagles were led in scoring by Margaret Harrings. She scored her 8th goal of the season in the 48th minute on an assist from Natalie Jamison. Her goal was followed up by Hannah Beach, who scored her 3rd goal of the year and put the Eagles up 2-0. Shortly after, the Eagles scored again with Alex Garber scored her 1st goal of the season on a corner shot. The women's soccer team returns to action this Saturday when they take on UW Eau Claire at 1 p.m. at home, so make sure to come out. Every week, we highlight an exceptional student athlete in the segment we call Athlete of the Week. This week, we interviewed football captain Peter Kissling. Take a look.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Wade, and today for Athlete of the Week, I am so happy to have Peter Kissling, also football captain of the football team, as our special guest. What has been your favorite memory here at lacrosse over your 4 years?
Oh, geez.
I know there's a lot of them. That's a tough one. I should have prepared you for this one.
I've loved every moment here, really. The camaraderie with the team, in the locker room on the weekends, just hanging out here over the summer. I guess my favorite game that we've played would have been this year in Illinois Wesleyan. It's kind of a walk-off win, last-second field goal. That was awesome. I've never really experienced anything like that ever in my football career. So,
as captain, what are you going to do to help the team to continue to get to where it needs to be and wants to be at the end of the year, with obviously playoffs and hopefully a conference championship being in that picture?
So like Jerry said, playoffs is the ultimate goal here. And for that to happen, we got to win the rest of our games this year. So making sure that even though I'm not playing this week, staying in the film so I can help my teammates who are playing out that are a little bit younger and haven't had as much experience on the field as I have. So just kind of putting my foot in that way and really helping those guys out, because, you know, if we lose a game, playoffs are out of the picture. So making sure we got all those guys dialed in.
Awesome, awesome. What has football given you that will help you after your playing career is over with your future jobs and endeavors that you do as a person?
It's given me so much more than I can even talk about. But I think leadership and just building relationships with people have been the biggest things. Most of my friends that I've ever met in college, good friends like you, Jer, have come through playing football. So really, it's been a huge part of my life, and it's been a part of my life that I expect to really affect in a positive way the rest of my life. So
awesome. Well, we thank Peter Kissling for taking the time out of his day to join us this morning for Athlete of the Week. Peter, it was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me,
and
Jer.
Thanks for being on the show.
Awesome.
The UWL women's volleyball team earned a 3-1 victory last night in their final home game of the season against St. Mary's College. Marissa Johnson, the only senior on the team, led the Eagles with a career high of 23 kills while also tying her career high in digs with 29. Liz Lansick finished the day with 14 kills, and Emma Lawrence and Catherine Moss each finished with 10. Abby Fox recorded 53 assists and was helped by 21 kills each by Julia Van Fleet and Sophie Quell. The Eagles will return to action next Wednesday when they play 20th-ranked UWL Whitewater at 7 p.m. And that's all for this week's sports. So
we have some nice. I like the weather that's going on outside right now.
I'm digging it.
It's very Halloween, very spooky, almost.
Very fall, very autumn.
Definitely feeling it.
Oh yeah. Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I do not, but at night I'm a lot more open-minded, so
I definitely do.
It's also, I've been watching Haunting of Hill House lately, and I only watch it at like 2 a.m. With all the lights off when I'm in bed, and that's when my apartment is the most haunted.
I've been meaning to watch that. Is that a good?
It's pretty good,
series?
yeah.
Have you been hearing some action going on in the apartment?
I always hear there's always something going on. I worked in a haunted hotel for a little while.
A haunted hotel? And where is that located?
It's here in La Crosse. I'm not going to say the exact name. But hey, it's pretty haunted.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching this week's Week in Review. Make sure to join in next week, Thursday at 4:30, right here on Campus Channel 200 and Digital Channel 989.